Nation and mining family, what is going on out there? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hashers out there. I see we got Crypto Patel going FA. Let's go. We got Dan the Dane in his house. What's going on, my dude? What's going on? Heck yeah. Smash that like button like he says, man. We got Gundy. Yo. We got a son of a rabbit. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, we got a Tains in the house too. Holy smokes. Yo, what's going on, my dude? What's going on?
We got a whole party up in here tonight.
Heck yeah, man. We just need to get, beats up, automatic beats up in here, and it's a true party, you know?
I'm sure he's around somewhere.
I'm sure of it. Always sure of it. Man, I know the boxes behind you are empty, but man, it's a glorious fucking sight.
Right?
Knowing that all that power is deployed relatively close to you.
Yeah, and I got like 10 more boxes to get through.
Oh.
Not tonight. Yeah.
I know it's work to you, but man, I'm a little jelly.
I mean, is it really work?
Said a little bit. I didn't say a lot. That's like a little bit of work. Got to pick them up and move them. I mean,
man, it's kind of man. After a while, they get kind of heavy.
I'm just saying, a little bit of work, but I'm still jealous.
yeah. After a while, they get a little heavy. You know what I mean?
I get it. I totally get, man. Just moving around an M3, you know, it's like, you're like, fucking really? 140 mil radiator fan size.
Yeah.
In box, about a little over a foot long, and you're like, good God, that thing is for what it is.
S19K Pros and K7s, so like they're just heavy.
Oh yeah.
And the least fun part is going above your head. Once you have to get on the ladder with them, it's never.
Hey man, I was telling you to start doing your shoulder workouts, man. Have you been doing your shoulder workouts?
Yeah, with miners.
No. I mean, more, to help build up the your delts, your traps. We were like halfway joking around with our facility with the cases going. By the time you doing this long enough, you'd be able to do one-handed handstand push-ups.
If you were taller, maybe no ladder needed. I wish, but the boxes are like 8 feet tall, I think, right? So you need a ladder regardless.
I don't need a ladder really. I could hike.
Oh no, for the very you're not touching.
For a Connex container?
Yeah, you're not touching the dungeon. I promise you.
How tall is the Connex? Doors are usually 6 feet.
I mean, probably 8 foot or so.
Okay, it's just a pinch at the 8 foot range. Like, it depends on where the shelves really land. I'm 6'3".
The top shelf, yeah.
And I have a 3 foot reach.
I know. There's someone here that is extremely tall, and that was here, and even they cannot touch the I mean, maybe like touch it with their fingers, but you're not.
Like
you're not picking a miner. You're not.
With it.
Yeah, you're not picking a miner up. Pushing with your fingers and just push it. Hoping it doesn't fall, or just like jump push.
Hey man, I'm
jump
all
push
about,
and hope for the best.
I'm all about jump pushing. All about it, dude.
All for you, buddy.
Hey, I'll make you proud with my work PC. I smoked one of my 1600 watt EVGA power supplies, and I pulled
it apart. Your main PC?
No, I brought a PC to work.
Oh, that PC. Okay.
And I smoked the power supply on it, man. I got to work in the morning and I could smell it, dude, when I got by my box. And I'm like, I looked at it and it was still on. And I go to turn my monitor on and nothing happened. And I was like, huh. So I flicked the power off and I turned the power back on, and then it started acting all goofy. I'm like, oh, that died. That's bad. And I pulled it apart and I kept the wire management.
Better.
The wire management was perfectly salvaged. I removed my removable zap strap, as Panda calls it.
Removable zap strap.
Oh God, I love how he says that, dude. It's hilarious. But yeah, put everything back together. It was wire management was premium.
And
like
once you do it once, it's easier to just keep it that way.
Well, if I'm gonna bring 3 1080 Ti's and a 1070 into work with just Noctua fans, I need to make sure the airflow is freaking on point.
I agree with that statement.
So, yeah. This is the first time I'm like bringing a rig outside the norm. It's in a mechanic shop mining.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Chat, where are you? Where are you, chat? There you are, chat. I see you, chat.
Dane, my house is placed 300 meters from a power station. Still aiming for 100% solar and wind. Could get green power a low rate even here where he's at. Too easy. I mean, I don't know how they subsidize.
I mean, if you can do it easy, then fucking do it.
Right, but the I mean, here in the States, I mean, I'm not sure how the government is subsidizing green energy out by where Dan the Dane is.
Right.
So I mean, I really can't. I'm like kind of broadly like just kind of questioning it. Because like typically here in the United States, because it is so much more efficient to use a non-renewable energy resource or using nuclear in order to produce that energy and purchase that at the cheapest rates possible. Typically here in the United States, solar farms and solar fields and stuff like that come at a bigger premium because they take more space to produce less energy. So there's more, how can I put it, more resources going into actually having those renewable energy resources. Now, if you have the resources of hydropower, now you're talking about a lot of power in a small area. But again, water can only make so much energy. Now, I know that there's good ways of getting great capture out of it. I've looked into a lot of it. I'm like, holy crap, you can, like, a little bit of equipment makes a shit ton of power. But you have to be in those areas that have the hydropower, because that's their energy renewable resource you want to get in tied into. Outside of that, you're talking about 100, like windmill energy. That's 1,000-year-old technology trying to produce power for you. There's a problem with that.
Expensive too. It's
Oh my
expensive to get
God.
to do a windmill. Just like to do it in the size of like usable power.
Right. Each one of the windmills is 1.5 megawatts. A solar farm, most of those are 1.5 to 2.5 megawatt solar fields, taking acreage up.
Yeah, you need tons of acreage just for a wind farm too, because you have to have the fall radius of the tower plus the blade at its highest point. You have to have that fall radius, like for full 360 direction. So another tower can't be next to it in that radius. The house can't be in that radius. Like nothing. Not even power lines.
Nope.
Nothing can be in the radius.
Insane. And it's like, I wish there was a way to do it.
And I actually called and asked. It's a lot of room.
Yeah. So at that point, like, yeah, you're looking at trying to get hydropower or just stay hooked up to the grid, because when you stay hooked up to the grid, if your electric company will let you do it at your house, baller. But if you can get on the commercial or industrial rates at your house, industrial will be the long shot, I get it, but commercial rates at your house, that's where you start having your real true savings. And that's just from what we understand from running our own facilities. So this is just
how you doing,
us running a facility and everything like that, and understanding what these power companies are willing to do for you, the customer. And a lot of those like green energies, at least here in the United States, a lot of them are co-ops, and you get the worst fucking rates. And if you're a business, and they're like, oh, you're a business and you're going to use a little extra power, they actually charge you, the company, more than the people, but they're already charging the people already an exuberant amount. So I hope it's better out there by where you are, Dan to Dane, and the government may be subsidizing it a little bit better.
Right. For clarification for anyone in chat and for now, this morning we were on Livestream. Chef Change came on the Livestream. She says, I can't, because now when I see these boxes, I can't not think of McHill's the Kool-Aid man. Because Chump Change said he wants me to bust through these boxes and be the Kool-Aid man going through the antimatter boxes. Which would be hilarious. And then we came up with the great idea that it'd be a great intro video, busting through the boxes.
Get an Aeon mask.
I'm just gonna wear a Bitcoin t-shirt.
Yeah.
And bust through all of the
Bitcoin t-shirt, a Bitcoin t-shirt, a Nakamoto hat with an Aeon mask.
You mean a non-mask?
Yeah.
I was like, Aeon's coin.
I mean, yeah. The anonymous mask.
All right. But yeah, I would love to do it. Okay. I was talking to my boss about it today. He was chuckling.
He's like, can I make a 5-minute mess?
Yeah. I mean, as long as I pick it up, it's fine.
Right, that's why I said a 5-minute mess. You set it up, knock it over, clean it up, done.
I was going to do it today, but it was freaking cold. It was cold and windy. The box tower was held outside. If I could like put it at the entryway of one of the containers without opening the door and like the vacuum sucking the boxes over, I'd put them in the entryway of the container. Have my boss open the container door with just Antminer boxes and then just bust out of them and be like, "What's going on, guys?" But the vacuum of opening that door is
Pretty
unreal
wicked.
at times.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh, I have summoned Automatic Beats. He's here. It's now officially a party.
Bitcoin's at 69K. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Giggity! I love this. You know how back in December I started talking, man, wouldn't it be wild if we hit a triple top this season? It'd be the first time in Bitcoin's history. I think we're going to do it. Here we are. I didn't know when. I was just like going, we got enough time to do it, and it kind of has this weird vibe in the market.
Yeah, we're at 69,213.
So everybody who has bought Bitcoin at any point in time is now officially in profit. Except for somebody who bought right now.
Right. Yeah, of all time. Anybody's bought Bitcoin at any time in existence of Bitcoin.
Right. Everybody
You are
is
up.
in profit.
I do want to note that I think it's pretty crazy that on this day, 1 year ago, Solana cost $17 a coin. Today is $147 a coin. It is 755% up since last year. Wild.
Imagine having that original Solana.
I do. I got a crap ton of it at $8, so I am very, very happy. I was happy. You know what I mean? So, kudos to anyone that held on to Solana for over a year. I was talking about that quite a while back, but I was mining on unminable and mining Solana when it was like $8, and I was doing pretty well. I made quite a bit of coins.
Oh, talking about like
Sold a
mining
1K. That'd be crazy.
So did you hear about what Hive OS is doing?
Yeah, they're raising their prices.
No, they're not really raising their prices. They were always it was always $3 a rig for them. They were the most expensive, period. What they are doing is they're going to be you remember how when we first started, Mikkel, that you were able to have like 4 rigs on
Yeah, well, you can only have 2 rigs for free now.
Yeah, now it's only that. 2. Yeah. And
you
can't as of the 11th.
Monday?
Yeah, Monday, basically, I think. Yeah, the 11th.
Yeah.
4 workers, 2 workers. And
I'm not that big. I'm not that bad shape about it.
And you can't link any of your accounts really together. They're gonna be like, oh, this is a clone account, and they'll ban it all.
I mean, they said the first time around. Yeah, but we'll see. I currently only have 2 workers, so I'm not that banana shape personally. But I do know others that are a little bit more irritated.
It is a little irritating.
Granted, those that have like 5, 10 rigs, it doesn't really bother. It doesn't change them because they're already paying for all those rigs. Once you were over the max amount of free rigs, you had to pay for all of them anyway. So if you were over the original amount of max free rigs, you're not really paying anymore.
Yeah, I'm a cheap bastard though. Yeah. I find loopholes and I exploit them. That's the way that mining is supposed to be.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because, like, if I have to pay, it's like, if I had to pay, no matter where I went, right?
Right.
$2 a
Which
rig.
by almost every mining software you do.
Right. $2 a rig. I get. I just like the idea.
$3 is too much for you.
Yeah, $3. No, not at all. Not gonna. No way.
Yeah, supposedly they're going to be banning rigs people to do that. Supposedly, they said that the first time, but they're pretty adamant on that they're going to stop the cloning accounts. But if they don't share any name similarities, I get it. But when it comes down to IP addresses, technically they're going to know if all the rigs are together. They can't ask the ETC PAL guys. That's funny. Random back and IP address. Yeah, but the average user's not going to do all the next one.
Right.
Maybe for avid users like you and I, maybe. It's not that big of a deal for us.
The only thing that I've got to do on my end, because it's not that hard. It's a Google search away for anybody who wants to know how to do it. But it's like I just got to unlink the accounts for being shared.
Yeah, you have to manually control each account.
Yeah, I believe that's gonna be the workaround. Is that how they're gonna be able to detect it? And they're gonna be limiting features on some of it, I believe. So we'll have to see how the new structure works with it, because if it's
we're not monetized anything still. To this day, it is not changed.
We'll never get monetized. Well, it looks like we just need the 4,000 watch hours. Really, that's all that's holding us up.
Yeah, since we weren't grandfathered in because we weren't monetized at the beginning in the first place, now we have to create the new requirements.
Fucking grind.
Yeah, because I was grandfathered in. Anyone that was already monetized.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah. But when they update the requirements, and you're not monetized, it becomes hard. Luckily, they don't reset any of that stuff. It just you have to complete more of it.
Yeah.
In a time frame. Yeah. It's tough. But we love you, YouTube overlords.
Right.
We'll do better.
We got 15 awesome people. Smash that lizard like button, guys.
For sure.
We're the YouTube algorithm gods.
I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. As would we.
But outside of the pricing of where Bitcoin really is, right? Like, me and you have been through a couple of these cycles now. We know how this stuff works. Have you noticed your Satoshi amount dropping?
Not really.
Or has it been staying about the same?
It's been somewhat steady.
Okay. I'm curious, at what point are we going to see that? You know what I'm saying? Where the price goes up, so the value of what we're mining stays relatively the same, but the amount of Satoshis we're getting for it is less and less and less, even though the value of it is more and more and more.
When there is more competition on the network. So that's where we're at that catch-22, is if usually we're at the point right now where we're actually pricing people out of the competition. You know what I mean? By this point, the people that can't that were already riding that fine line of profitability are usually swimming in the ocean at this point. Um, whether or not they're paying for the electric or whatnot, that's how it's always been. And right now, that is not the case, and it is like the opposite fact. We are borderline at almost break even for like S9s. S9s are borderline profitable right now.
Yeah, that
I
blows
think
my
they're
mind.
like 20, they're like negative 21 cents. I think in profit, depending upon your electric. You know what I mean? Like that's borderline like bull market scenarios, right? Even the technical was talking about it today. L3 pluses are actually like profitable just because of the network. It's just a wild time to be alive, and you know what I mean.
Right.
Usually, we're getting rid of older hardware and having testing. I still think we'll hit a correction after that. I still think that'll happen for sure. Just due to I mean, it always happens, but I mean, it always happens that we're never at all done by years. But nothing knows. Not this guy.
Well, at an S9 at home value for where if you wanted to have an S9 at your house and run that bad boy, most people are paying about 11 cents ish a kilowatt hour. You would basically
nation average is a little up there.
Yeah, you're between like 11 and 12 cents, depending on where you're at. I mean, if you're in California, I'm sorry, you should move. You shouldn't be mining there anyway. But if you take, between like 11, 12 cents, you'd be looking at about $1.67 to about $2 a day loss as the home miner. Now, me and Mikkel, we know where some of these bigger facilities are truly sitting at, and 2.5 cents a kilowatt hour, I would say, would be on the higher side for some of the bigger industrial people. Your mid-scale farms probably between like 4 to 5 cents a kilowatt hour. So if I were to take it from the standpoint of like a mid-sized farm at about 5 cents a kilowatt hour, let's see here, an S9 for them. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's that one guy.
That one guy.
Jeez, Sean Germain. Haven't you heard? Utilities have raised rates and now paying 23 cents. That sucks, dude.
And at 5 cents, you're
sadly.
Right.
Sorry.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, sadly, depending upon where you're living, like that's not always a scenario. Mileage rates have actually been going down because our electricity usage has been up. So therefore, our cost is different. So maybe not nationwide, but I know there are some states that are definitely higher and getting higher.
Pocket share, 30 to 31 cents a kilowatt hour.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yep, nerd. Location. If you're going to be a miner and you're going to try to be bigger than a, I would say a small little hobby farm in your house to a small little hobby mining garden in your house,
Yeah.
You need to make sure you're in a good location. It will bleed you dry. Holy crap.
Yeah, because I'm at about between 7 to 8 cents average. because of my EV rates. So.
Right. Right, exactly, nerd. 50 amp at home is fine at almost any rate. Almost. I'll
Yeah.
meet you halfway on that one, nerd. I'll meet you halfway. And where I would stop is like California rates where they're 42 cents per kilowatt hour. Like at that point, maybe a 20 amp circuit be fine. But anything beyond, one, maybe two rigs.
Yeah, the industrial
that,
farm is 0.395 cents. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. I'm at 13 cents and I'm less than 30 miles from a nuclear station. Yeah, that nuclear station's not for you. That's why.
Yeah.
But being where you're located at 13 cents is not bad as well.
I always tell people, talk with your electric company, try to negotiate lower rates. Be like, hey, look.
Yeah, see what's out there.
Right.
If you're in a co-op, ask about EV rates.
Right.
Doesn't hurt to ask about it.
EV
say
rates.
You have an electric. Say you're looking at getting an electric vehicle.
Right.
But you're worried about the price of electricity.
Heck
You
yeah.
don't even have to give them your account number. Just call customer service side. It'll give you a ballpark of what's going to happen. You just gotta ask.
Nerds, like the trick is to prepay. That depends on, I think, where if you got a cool electric company or not.
Yeah, some you can't do that.
Yeah. But again, it never hurts to ask. I mean, I think a lot of people are just so afraid to be like that somebody sitting there and saying no. If they say no, you haven't done, nothing has changed. But if they say yes to your question, then you're like, oh, wow, look, I can make things change and it's going to be better for me as a home miner. Amazing.
Right.
And does it hurt to have like little projects of like green energy at your home if you have the room for it to offset maybe one rig? Sure, go for it. Let that be a pet project. But don't think. I mean, once you sit there and you build enough to be able to support one 8-card rig of a modern GPUs, measure off that area that you basically just took up on your property, and then look at the rest of your property and be like, do you really have the room to do this? So that's why I say make it a pet project. You only got so much roof space and you only got so much land. Now if you live on 50 acres, first off, I'm jealous.
Chicken the letterbox. Well, thank you, Oz. They're real. It's not a green screen.
Right, he could touch them.
I could knock it over. But I'm not. I'm gonna bust through them like Kool-Aid Man.
Oh.
Yeah, does anybody have any comments, questions? Well, as soon as we're out of here, alright, drive over to the hotel. Alright, go relax. Yeah. I'll fall asleep like I did last week. So that's. Did you see the Discord channel?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude. Bro. Got all the way to the hotel. Jumped in the shower super quick. Luckily it was short hair now, so like showers were super easy, super fast. Got dressed, put my headphones on, had my phone on the tripod, had my stuff connected. I was in Discord, sitting on the couch, and I guess just out, out cold, man. The
You
wife calls me
savaged
at
it, huh?
the wife calls me about like 11 o'clock or so, 11 o'clock midnight. And my headphones are still on, and it was on noise canceling. So like I heard pretty much nothing. Like it was silent. And then all of a sudden, my phone is just blaring, and it scared the crap out of me. I woke up and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "Where am I?" I was like, "Why am I on the couch?" I was like, "No, I missed the dream." And she was like, "Were you sleeping?" And I was like, "Yes, I was." She goes, "Oh, you want to go back to sleep?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm awake right now."
I'm wide awake. That's
So
why
I think
you did not make
I
an
about
appearance.
pissed myself.
That's why you didn't make an appearance. Ah.
Dude, I had it open and everything. Oh, out. Found this new seafood restaurant that's like right by the farm, dude. It's like dirt. It's like good. My whole life is
Fire.
bro. I was like, "Where's my phone?" That's it. After the stream, I'll post a picture of the food. The food. Man, it's so good. I've eaten there 2 days in a row. Like it's that good.
Is it Korean
Yes.
barbecue good?
Yeah, it's better and cheaper. Like I got a piece of filet, like piece of catfish, 6 pieces of shrimp, and like 8 pieces of crawfish tails, and fries, coleslaw, and a drink for $15. And it's like fresh. It's not like
Right. I'm about to say you closer to that fucking
I'm like
that
super
beautiful
close.
ocean. So you better be getting like some cheap fish.
It's like a little mom and pop place. Like it looks like a hole in the wall. Like I've drove past it once. Like all the time when I'm down here, I drive past it and I look at it and I'm like, no. I'll try it one day. Not today. Maybe right before I leave. Right? And then we were here late and I'm really hungry. Right before we left. I left there to go to the hotel to stream last night. I was in a food film, is what happened. And went there, ate. We were like, let's just try it. And that's like it. That's the
Yeah, we got
besides
one
my
of those Chinese
Bitcoin, buy the
places.
cost and a lot of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got one of those Chinese places by us. Little hole in the wall. Nothing special.
I haven't found a good Chinese
And
place
they've
yet.
and they've got their kids working the place too. It's fucking awesome.
Nice. I had Chinese food on the menu. It's kind of weird. It's kind of strange.
Their Raptorium is ripe for the pump. Bro, the whole market is basically ripe for the pump. Like, I've been watching, like, coin metrics of, like, shitty coins, like know-nothing coins, like, the volume starting to pick up a little bit, going, I'm just waiting for blast off at this point. Eventually, the altcoins are gonna make their debut.
You know, Big Daddy needs his pump first. What she's pumping.
It's like let's
But
get
it's like,
that
I don't know.
$800 Monero, man. $800 Monero.
It's just weird, right?
Dollar Doge.
With Bitcoin at all-time highs, we're still making scraps on GPUs.
I know.
It's just wild. This time around, last time we were at this high times, like everything was like smashing it. Man. Like,
Oh my god, we would have been like trying to guard like I'd be figuring out outlets to plug rigs into in my house. Going, oh my god, I got to put in a 200 amp service just for the rigs by itself, not even for the house anymore.
Because not only Ethereum was profitable back then, there was tons of things that were like, all of it was profitable. It was just kind of pick and choose at that point what you believed in the most, because if you were getting paid regardless.
Yep.
I mean, granted, if you had a low electricity rate over the bear market, you were basically leveraging that. You were scooping up coins like always. Lots of coins. At a good premium. Right for the pumping. Yeah.
Like I'm just wondering when we're gonna see the great dumpening.
Yeah, I mean, I would say literally at any time now, right? But there's so much money moving in the market right now. It's hard to say like it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because there's no telling of when that money is gonna decide to, take its way back. Like I said, after the halving, we'll find out. We'll find out that day. That moment.
Right. It's like, are we actually pricing in the halving right now? Or are we just pricing in the ETF shit?
Yeah. I think it's just it was timing, right? It was all timing. Whether it was intentional. It's timing. That's for sure. Also, guys, if anybody uses the veteran miner cables, this is no plug, but we have like an immersion tank that has 800s in it, right? And they're using veteran miner cables in the fluid. Bro, we had to service the tank. Power cords, trash.
Right. They get
Ethernet
hard,
cords.
Okay.
Yeah. The cables, fucking golden. I mean, golden. They are not like brittle. They are still as if they were day one when they were put in the fluid.
They floppy cords.
Yes, they are not hard.
They are floppy cords. No shit.
Yes, no shit. Like I was 100% like shocked. Like when we serviced it, we were like, well, it's been 6+ months that they've been chilling in there. So like, let's find out if they're okay. And we had to service them anyway, and they're great. Perfectly fine. Okay. So the veteran miner cables, without that little sheathing around them, just the bare wires, like the wires of the coating, of course, but not that, like the round.
That mesh shit.
Yeah. Not that. That's will probably fall apart. But just the wires themselves are suitable for immersion. At least so far. It's been 6 months. We serviced them, we pulled them out and put them back in, and now we've left some of the wires out of the oil to see if they make a change in effect out of the oil.
Right.
But other than that, they're really fun. I'm impressed.
What's your guys' like service interval like for the immersion stuff?
That's the only thing we have for immersion here. So I just kind of service it as needed, right?
Okay.
Like I needed to do some things like with the power supplies because they were in a weird spot and they were kind of blocking some of the flow. So I just kind of serviced them as needed. And then So like we needed to move them, and so we were just kind of waiting for our time. Like we were all here together at that one time. We're like, let's just do it now. While we're here. It was a mess, absolute mess. Would I ever put 6 of them into a C2 tank? No, I would not. I'd maybe put 5 or 4 to leave them for the power supplies without having to like fight them. Because like now they're like you have to like fight them because each C2 there's 2 of them in a row. There's 6 of them, so there's not room. Power supplies are on top or they're on bottom. If they're on
Right.
bottom, they block all the bubbles. Right, so you need to. So now we moved them on top now. Let's see if that's any better. So far it is. It's done better so far. So we did it in preparation for summer. We dealt with it last summer, and we just cranked everything down to the lowest setting. So this summer, revisit that situation. It's a different situation. But yeah, if I would do it again, I would do it with 4, maybe 5. Because if you did it with 5, you could have all of them in one slot. 4 would be ideal and perfect. Maybe just have 2 power supplies. 2 and 2.
Right.
5 would be alright. Still way underpowered for what the C2 can handle.
And then for like your air cooled stuff, do you guys have like a maintenance scheduling for that? Like actually having something shut down for like dedusting or outside of, hey, the miners are down, I need to address this now. Outside of that, I'm saying like
every 4 or so months the filter walls get changed. And like things get done like that. Definitely like cleaning out the miners happens on like every 6-ish basis, I think. But then
months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the walls get changed every 4, so
okay.
they're usually okay. But usually, that's what I'm doing it. If I'm servicing a miner, I clean it anyway. So that's just kind of the way I roll with that anyway. So, 6 months is kind of an exaggerated time when we go through miners.
Right.
When there's 500 plus miners, you're changing out fans on miners almost daily.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're always, you're going to have those, I need to address this miner is throwing an error out for whatever reason. Oh, this one is, seems to be hitting its thermal limit for some odd reason. Oh, look, this one, for whatever reason, might have gotten missed getting dedusted. Crap. you know?
Yeah, no, if it's like, we know we haven't hit anything on the low, or if there's like a major shutdown, right? So if we're on like curtailment season in the summer, cleanings happen more often in the summer because everything gets shut down for hours on time, and there's really no better time to do it than then. Because you're already off anyway.
Right.
It's just good to just go ahead and go through it. So it happens more frequently on the summer, for sure. Because there's more down. So. Why not clean it and get paid for it, right?
Mm-hmm. Here's you to that one.
You get paid for curtailments.
Well, we are at almost that 1 hour mark. Yo. And Bitcoin just can't hold on to that $69,000 mark. It keeps tickling it. Like, I remember this was the last resistance spot that we had too.
We hit 70K the other day, dude, and it went wow, like straight down
it was a big time rejection.
Or 63 or 65. But
that
then
was
it went
everybody
but then it went
it.
right back up. So it was like, if anyone timed that, man, like, kudos to you. That's a good one. That was a good trade.
Right.
Everyone's great positive. Sure, we're happy. You're like, oh yes, please, more, thank you.
Right?
Oh, sell high. Woo. Number go up.
Hell yeah, Gandhi. Pamp it. Pamp it hard. So has anybody got any other comments or questions before we head up out of here? Gandhi's like 150, 90. Hey man, whenever the 5090 comes out, I might actually be able to afford a 4090. Isn't that how it goes, Mikkel?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Sad truth of it all. One day.
Right? Hashtag one day. I mean, I'm still rocking out my 3080 Ti. I mean, that thing is freaking a monster still.
Yeah. I'm rocking a 3070 Ti. That's great. It's a great card.
John Jermaine, I have no 40 series cards. I know. I cannot drink.
Me either.
I can't drink the water of the expensive GPUs.
It's not even expensive. It's just unreasonable.
Yeah, that makes it expensive.
I mean, it's unreasonable for like miners, especially, right? Like for that amount, for that price, like you're barely gonna make $1, $2, maybe. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, but you know, there's gonna be people out there. I gotta have the best.
yeah. Well,
You know, Tech Shinji is gonna be like building some like water block monstrosity of something that's just not reasonable.
you ordered the special edition one though, right? For John Jermaine. Right? It's not brain fun last night. Yeah, I've been trying to go over with the tech man this year. Just doesn't want to seem to upload. I'm pretty sure he has the newer version, so therefore he is hardware locked, and you have to do like the SSH thing.
Yeah, there was a couple.
If
There was
not-
one generation that you had to like program it, and then it finally unlocks for you.
Yeah, you might be able just to flash the man. I know you have the jumpers type man. It's possible that you can just flash the man. SD card booting is.
Oh, this is probably what he was trying to get a hold of me over. But
Because I have the same kind of S9. But
which S9 series is this?
I think it's the SE.
SE. Okay.
It's like the original models. It's the old models. Jumpers.
Well, you had the original S9, which you just needed this bad boy that I have here, and it put the fucking the unlock, but the SE. That I think that's the one that you had to program.
I don't know which one technically is. Because I have to run mine off an SD card. I can't flash my name. It doesn't let me do that.
Yes, sir, Gandhi. 4 GB max. That is also the
4?
trick. Yeah.
I thought it was
no
8.
big no. I've had more problems with
No.
8 gigabyte SSD
I
cards.
told TechMan. I told 8. I told
No,
TechMan 8.
I've been doing 4 gigabyte. Like,
I don't even know what's in front of them.
let's see if my camera will pick it up.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it. Shows the green screen behind it. Yeah, it's not gonna. Now that the light's pushing on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No, this is a Maxwell micro SD 4 gigabyte. I mean, it's nothing special. I've used that for all.
Tell them to try that at the end of the day. Maybe that's the issue.
Yeah, a lot of the early days stuff, like it did not like 8 gigabyte was end of the world for some of them things. Like, yeah, no. Even after moving jumper, yeah. Mine, I run Brains OS on one of mine with the SD card still in it.
Yeah. Never tries to boot off the SD. Latest S9 FW web blocks it. Yeah, try the smaller SD card. I know you have an 8. Try the 4.
Even the one with that I boot Brains off of a SD card, even that one's a 4 gigabyte. And then I leave the jumper jumped over, and then I have the SD card just permanently in there.
If I was home, I would take a picture of mine for you, but I won't be able to until Monday. You can wait until then. I'll be home Monday. I'll take a picture of mine for you.
I could take photos of my modified one. There's even a hole in the top to be able to move the jumper around. I just got to pull it out of the box. And I've also had TechMan try to see if there is a first generation update. That's also something that I've had to do with the E3s. You could not update the E3 Antminers without putting the very, very, very first firmware update. It had to be updated with a 4 gigabyte SD card also. And then it allowed you to do the, you know how like there's an option on these things to be able to download the firmware and update that way? You had to download the first update that Antminer offered for your unit, put that on there, and then sometimes that also unlocked them. But you needed to have that 4 gigabyte SD card for the very first firmware update. So try that too. I love the Antminers. They are pretty simple to work on. Thank you, Dan the Dane.
You have redirect set up?
No, I can do that right now. Customer. Redirect. Search videos. The trumpets of the changes is. Here we go. Redirect setup. Done. So if you guys want to check out Chumpman, it'll automatically redirect you over there as soon as we end, so you don't even have to do anything. You can go ahead, and when our credits start rolling, you could sit there, go get yourself a drink, and it'll automatically push you right on over to the next cool kids.
That's right. That's right.
It's like especially because ASIC GPU Jesus repair guru. I wouldn't say I'm a guru, but you know, it's like I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Jack of all trades, master of some.
So yeah, exactly. I have a knife too.
I just noticed that this Allen wrench on the table looked like the same size as the one with my blade, and it was kind of loose. But I was like, oh look, it's just the size that I needed. Ooh. Whoa. What'd you do?
I'm like looking at it.
Gundy, why did you do that? He said I fat fingered the chat box. No. Gundy. Shame on you.
You put our homie in timeout.
No, he's not in timeout. He just hid the message. He hid all of his messages.
Yeah, it's like all of it. Oh my god.
Epic fails. Shame on you, Gundy. I'm taking all your wrench.
Right? No more wrench for Gundy.
No more wrenches for
Fail.
fat finger Gundys.
Don't get mad, Dan. Sorry. Don't leave.
You cursed Gundy out. It's his fault.
Right?
He did it.
At least he owned up to it, though. He's like, oh shit, I fucked up. Sorry, guys, I fucked up. Oh my god.
I fucked up. My hand is too big for typing on the phone. Yeah, guys, make sure you head over to Chump Change's stream. Make sure you give them a like and subscribe when you're over there. But before you leave, make sure you like and subscribe here. You know, help spread the YouTube algorithm.
Drop some FAs in the Chizity chat. Every one of you, all 10 of you, drop some FAs in the Chizity chat. Everybody, drop those FAs in the Chizity chat. Come. We get one FA out of all these awesome people.
Just one.
Just one. Man, I don't want to hear the announcement. Before we leave. Hurts right in the feels. Oh, we got another one. We got Dana Dane dropping back in with the FA. Oh, we got a Crypto Patel. We're dropping that FA. We got 10 awesome people in the chat.
I had feelings. We heard every single one.
You need to drop some FAs. It's for the YouTube overlords. Drop those FAs. Drop those FAs because you hate that dirty fiat. Love that sweet Bizity Bitcoin. Because DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo.
Hell yeah, there we go. Tech Man coming in clutch over here with those FAs. Thank you, my dude.
F
Thank
to
you.
the A, because we don't play.
Oh, we got Jason the Tiger Osborne coming in too here with some FAs. Ooh, John Jermaine, my man. Hey. So thank you everybody for being here. All that good stuff. Duckman stuck in nerd firmware land. Yep, you are in firmware timeout. It's a real thing. For sure, Dan the Dane. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for everything you do, my dude.
Shoot.
So as long as nobody has any other comments or questions, thank you everybody for being here. All that good stuff. Smash that lizardy like button. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification. If you're new here, check out the links down below, guys. We have free links to the Discord. Be a part of the community. It's totally free to join. We have a little bot thing that you have to get past. You know, it's a small little entry thing, you know, but it's free. But we just want to make sure that you're not a spammer or a bot trying to get into our Discord. So you pass that simple, easy, I'm a human test, and you know you get in.
I'm a human.
Right. You know what I'm saying. So definitely get on in there. Love to have you be a part of the community. If you're OGs over here, definitely check out Patreon. Links down below. Earn yourself a bridge. Join DCA your mining. Yo. And Jason Tiger like going 70K Bitcoin. Yeah, we're gonna get there. It's gonna happen. Not sure when.
I think we're there.
We're primed. If we get over 70 and we hold it, oh my god. Is it an elevator to 100 grand? Who knows? It'll be a wild freaking ride.
It's also daylight savings time. So people remember set your bucks back if you're not if you have analog bucks.
When does that go on? Is that tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Yeah. Means we lose a
I think it's
fucking
tomorrow.
hour.
What's that today?
We actually
It's tomorrow. Yeah,
we lose an hour tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Technically tonight at midnight. Maybe it comes 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was happy it was tomorrow and not like Monday. Like, how do I lost an hour driving? I was like, oh.
Right.
It automatically becomes an hour later. Like, son of a.
Right. Your 5-hour drive turns into 6. You're like, damn it. Even though the physical time didn't change.
I wish it was only 5 or 6 hours.
I'm just saying. I know you got an 8 to 9 hour drive.
Yeah, I wish it was only 5 or 6. 5 or 6 is very manageable.
Hey man, I still remember that day that you got home before I got onto the plane.
Those are facts.
I'm like, damn it, I should have just fucking drove with you. At least I would have had some fun, dude.
Yep.
I got to sit at an airport in freaking Texas looking at this giant rainstorm coming through.
Fillers.
Jason's like, you have to hit a solo block with your grid seed orb. Man, I'd love to. Oh my god, that's a lottery ticket. That's a 65 watt lotto ticket. But I had to reset back up. I would just solo mine from here on out. So I'd put it all. Sometimes I put it with the rest of my rig. Sometimes I switch it over and do solo mining with it.
Thank you.
I mean, I know the probability is like 1 in a billion. but I like those odds. It'll be the most satisfying block ever hit. Like, see, even old school hardware can still do it. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All that good stuff. We got to let Mikkel get back doing what he's got to do for the night so he can go back to the hotel, get some sleep, all that good stuff. So, thank you, everybody, for being here. All that good stuff. Smash those lazy like buttons, subscribe, hit bell notification, and, of course, we'll see you on the next one. May your watts be low and your hash be high. Peace.
Stay savage.
Stay savage. Yo.